So, it's 2012, 2013 flu season, and I thought I would help people out by giving them some tips on how to avoid spreading the flu and also how to deal with some of the symptoms. Everybody's been getting the flu right now, so it's important that you take some steps to make yourself more comfortable and protect other people. Totally important. Well, I should probably start off by telling everybody why I'm wearing the mask. It helps my family, prevents me from breathing in pathogens again, which I guess is too late now, and also from spitting them out and having my family being exposed to them. So I guess the magic number is 6 feet around you. That's how far pathogens go if you cough or sneeze or anything like that. So it helps. I'm also a licensed nurse, so it helps me to be able to give you accurate advice. I've been a nurse since 2003, and I've dealt with a lot of people with flu symptoms, so there you go. One of the first things you want to do is obviously wash your hands. When you go out and about and you're out with all the people, you're walking around and you see people over there and people everywhere and they're touching their face, and the flu gets everywhere. So, it's important to take precautions against those people. The dirty, disheveled people are the worst. Kids and people that aren't very well organized, like psychiatric patients, seem to harbor more pathogens. And public places, lots of public places have, high amount of people, high traffic. It's important to make sure that you protect yourself against other people. I'm still a little, sick, so I obviously look a little disheveled, and sometimes I might not be making a lot of sense, so bear with me. This video isn't that long. You might benefit a lot. You can wear masks like people do in China, but it's not really common here in America, but it definitely would help. You would not be able to inhale a lot of the things that are spit out by other people. So when it happened to me, it was only 4 or 5 hours until I was wrenching in agony on the floor, and then I realized that I needed to go get some medicine, and it didn't take long. I went and kind of just started leaking from both ends in the bathroom, and I was thinking to myself, I'm a nurse, I should be able to handle some of these symptoms. And so what I did is I went through my cabinet and I found some Loperamide, which is also known as Imodium, but Loperamide is the generic form, and that's the cheapest pill form you can get. Is Loperamide. It's an opioid agonist, and what it does is decrease the intestinal cramping and basically the motility of your intestines. And when you have the flu, your motility of your intestines really increases a lot, so it's a good thing. You really want to, make sure that you have decrease those cramps. And my cramps were so bad that I wanted to go to the hospital. I really thought it would help a lot. I helped myself, and I did take the pill. The pills helped a lot. The Imodium seems to make it so your cramps are much less severe, and I didn't have to go to the ER. That saved me probably about, I don't know, $1,000. It seems like quite a lot of money. And I don't have $1,000. I'm a student. I'm currently in the process of getting my advanced practice license, and so as soon as that's done, then I might actually be able to start treating patients. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. So Loperamide helps with intestinal cramping, and so now you can kind of live a little bit and you can focus. Next thing you need to do is start hydrating. Drink Gatorade and soup, stuff like that. Maybe start upping the food to something a little more solid as soon as you can keep it down. But it's just important to continue to stay nourished. You might have to go to the hospital for being severely malnourished, or you feel kind of goofy. You start feeling a little like you don't really know what's going on, and that's a sudden symptom that you really aren't feeling well. You're not healthy, and if you get too dehydrated, you can actually start having severe problems. One other good thing to do is use disinfectant. Disinfectant spray works really well at getting rid of all that stuff that you don't want to inhale or want anybody else to inhale, so that way you kind of feel normal. And so let's kind of recap here. First thing, wash your hands. Second thing, it takes a couple hours to start, so once you start, you're contagious to other people, and then you want to start taking stuff like Imodium or Loperamide is the right name for it. Loperamide is the generic name. That's the cheap one. That's the one you can get pretty much any place, and it's only a couple bucks, and it'll save you $1,000 on your ER bill. Don't forget that you got 6 feet around you is how far you'll spit. You're contagious for 5 to 7 days. This also depends on the virus. Mine was this intestinal stomach flu, not like a respiratory or nasal symptoms, so I only had nausea, vomiting, and other leaking. And then also, I should also explain that the flu is spread through a respiratory transmission, meaning it is produced and spread through your respirations and secretions that you emit out of your mouth, and that's why I said 6 feet area around you is the magic number, because that's kind of how far those things fly out of your mouth. It could be farther if you sneeze, it could be quite a bit farther. And you don't want the flu. It makes you feel crappy. It makes your head feel about like this. Like squish your head, and eventually you're gonna wish you were dead. So take precautions. Eat your proteins and vegetables. Stay healthy. And then when you get sick, take measures to help yourself. Maybe you'll have a better time than most people, and save yourself quite a bit of money from ER visits. Good luck.